Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Theta. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one so that you have more context. And also, I have two donation links down below in the description if you want to support Ukraine and the Ukrainian refugees and Ukraine's military, then you can do so by going over to the official websites I linked down below, and you can donate directly to the funds. So thank you all for supporting Ukraine. Thank you all for all the love. Let's get into the charts. So this is the weekly chart on TradingView. So the major support level that I was hoping we would retest here is the swing high that we created in September of 2020. So we went all the way up to 76 cents. Then we had a retest of the 20 EMA off the weekly. And from there, we entered this, stupid ass bull market, right? So we had this great appreciation in the price action. And from there, we started to move to the downside. So I was hoping we would retest this area here and back test this as support. From there, we could start a move to the upside. That didn't happen. Now, I'm not saying that it's not possible that it will happen, but considering that Bitcoin is starting to recover, but this may be a bull trap, so don't get too excited. But if Bitcoin continues on from here and we solidify above $23,500, then I would not expect Theta to retest 77 cents here. However, if we see a major capitulation, if we see any black swan events, if we see any major company saying something negative about crypto or Bitcoin in general, we could see a price dump and we could see big wicks to the downside. So if you want to be on the safe side, then you could have some buy limit orders slightly above this support level here, just so that if we see a wick to the downside, you're going to get filled, and then the price usually recovers fairly quickly afterwards, and you can have your profits and sell, do whatever you want. But having buy limit orders set up in advance is a very, very smart thing to do. Now, the yellow zone that you're looking at on your screens, this is a buy zone that I gave you well before we entered it. I think we were, somewhere in here, probably. We were trading in here, and I did give you this buy zone anywhere from $2.50 to $1.48. And this was a good buy zone, still is a good buy zone in my opinion. We did drop slightly below it, back tested as resistance, came back down for a nice double bottom pattern here, and now we're recovering to the upside. And in the last video, if you have watched it, I did tell you that we're gonna potentially print this low, come back up to retest the support trend line of the falling wedge here, which we have tested as support multiple times. And you also have the 20 EMA here. The yellow line is the 20 EMA. So you might be coming back up to retest those resistance levels, and then you're going to set another move to the downside. Now, whether that move is going to come all the way down where we came from, all the way to these levels, I don't know. Whether we, create a higher low, which would be more bullish, and continue on and break the resistance of the trend lines and get out of this buy zone, that would be bullish as well. Now, I don't know which of those scenarios is going to happen, but if you are looking to swing trade, and we're going to take a look at the daily RSI in a moment, but if you're looking to swing trade or you're looking to take some profits, whatever it is you're looking to do, if you're looking to get rid of your tokens, then I would say the 20 EMA here on the weekly would be a great area to do so. $1.86.5 at the moment. Obviously, the EMAs are moving. They're constantly moving towards the price. So they're going to be, they're going to be lower each time. And as long as we're below it, it's going to, continue going down and going lower. So that's regarding the weekly chart. If we jump into the RSI here, you can see that we are slowly recovering. We almost went into the oversold here. Didn't quite do that. Since July 13th, we have been in a recovery on the price action. And I think since July 13th, right? Yeah, so July 13th, that's actually 2 days before that, we had our previous Theta update, so a month, uh, a month ago. So we're in a good recovery phase here, but you want to keep an eye on this swing high here. So as long as you stay below this swing high, you're not really bullish, and the same goes for the price action. If you don't break $4, you're simply printing a lower high, in my opinion. So keep that in mind. You need to break resistance levels in order to be bullish. So if you fail to break this and you come back up, you do something like this, right, and you continue down, you're simply in a continuation of a downtrend. You're continuously printing lower lows and lower highs. And if you want to flip into the bull market, you need to start breaking major resistance levels. Now let's switch over to the daily chart. Now moving to the daily RSI, I did give you this green buy zone a long time ago. And as you can see, you did have a very good buying opportunity here in July where you could have bought in, since May, actually, I want to say. So you did have a pullback here in July as well. And this green zone indicated an area where, you as much profit potential as you possibly could, because each time you entered this green zone, you had a move to the upside. So like I said, if you do enter this zone once again, just know that this is a good buying opportunity. So on the index of the RSI, this is anywhere from 34.5 to 26.8. And keep in mind, if you enter the overbought zone here on the daily RSI, if you go above the red rectangle here, if you go above this zone and you enter the overbought, that would indicate that you're getting overextended, you're overbought. That means a lot of people have bought into this project, and usually you tend to come back down. Once you get overextended, you start a retracement, and that is when you can potentially buy back in. But it depends on how well can you swing trade, how familiar are you with the markets, because I wouldn't recommend swing trading if you're not really comfortable with it, because you don't want to sell and watch the price go up and do a 2-3x, right? So just be careful with that, or talk to someone. Obviously you need to have a financial advisor. And yeah, so zooming into the daily chart here on TradingView, you can see that we created a bullish cross, which is a very bullish sign in my opinion. So if you want to enter, I would enter off the 20 EMA from here, and off the 20 EMA to that resistance. That's a nice 36.6 percent trade. Pretty good trade in my opinion. If you're buying for the long term, buying off the 20 EMA is good as well. As you can see, we're creating a nice rounded bottom here. We're breaking this major resistance level at $1.48, and we're back testing it as support here. So we're doing everything we need to be doing in order to start an uptrend. And we are already in an uptrend here on the daily chart, as you can see. But like I said, you're in an uptrend until you're not. And I do think you're going to run into some sort of a major resistance level here. If you want me to use a fib retracement, which I gladly will, so we're going to take this swing low and this swing high here, because we started breaking through the swing high, and now we can set some targets to the upside. There we go. All right, so the 1.618 is going to be your technical target after you have broken through the first fib level, and you barely got to the 1.272 here, which was at $1.72. So $1.96 is going to be your technical target here, which is roughly where the resistance of the falling wedge is. So let's see if we can get to that target and see a retracement from there. But overall, the 20 EMA on the daily, the 55 EMA on the daily, and the golden ratio of this fib retracement are good entry points. So $1.34 and lower are, incredibly good entry points in my opinion. Now, switching over to the Binance website for a second. Now, I do want to show you this channel that we have been. So this was a sideways channel that we managed to break out of, and now we're back testing this level as support here. And from here, you can continue on to the upside. Obviously, we don't want to lose $1.48.5, but you can see that you have tested this level as resistance multiple times previously, and right now you're back testing it as support, which is a very bullish statement from Theta. And Usually after these long consolidation periods, you do see quite an impulsive move to the upside. So you have a target here at $1.86. Potentially, that's where you're going to run into. If we start zooming out a little bit more here, you can see that we have our Fib retracement set up with a swing high here in September and a swing low here in July. That gave us the 1.618 target that we obviously lost, and we even bounced from the 2.272 at 95 cents. So potentially right now what is happening is we're coming back up to back test this level as resistance here, and from there you come back down potentially into the second fib level or to the second fib level, and you continue on from there. So you basically create a higher low here, right? But you don't know if that's going to happen, so you have to be ready for both outcomes. I try to be ready for both outcomes at all times. So that is pretty much it, guys. If I miss anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. You have all of your important buy zones and all of your important resistance levels for now. Thank you all for watching. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to join me on Patreon. I do drop in my low cap gems in there, my trade alerts, your technical analysis, requests, your video requests, all that kind of stuff is going to be in there. So thank you all for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.